Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat on Michigan Business Network. Jeffrey Mosher sitting in for Chris Holman on the road, well, recording remotely as we all are tended to do so these days. This time around, reaching up to Bay City, Michigan. Trevor M. Keys, President and CEO of Bay Future Incorporated. Trevor, welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Very happy to be here.
Excellent. And well, month to month, we share your monthly newsletters and when you have press releases coming out. And you had a big event just yesterday on April 21st. We're recording on the 22nd. And I couldn't just let that event go by without offering up an opportunity to discuss it on one of our podcasts. So
thank you.
Yeah, definitely. A virtual annual meeting at noon yesterday. So Trevor, tell us about that virtual annual meeting and some of the highlights.
Yeah, for sure. This is our second virtual annual meeting. Initially last year, we usually hold our annual meeting in March and April in that time frame, but due to COVID and kind of where we were at that point in time and the stay home, stay safe order, we pushed back our annual meeting in the hopes that we would be able to hold it in the fall. That was not the case, so we hosted our first virtual annual meeting ever, as I think a lot of economic development organizations and other organizations that host annual meetings also did, in September. So we really looked at the totality of 2020 in that meeting, as well as some future initiatives. Same thing in this meeting. We looked back on 2020 and we looked at some of the things that have already happened in 2021 as a slight preview. We talked about the 3 expansion projects and the 2 attraction projects that we were responsible for in 2020, as well as previewed a 2021 expansion project that we had worked on most recently here to the tune of capital investment above $89 million and job creation above 200 new jobs, until we made a massive announcement with our friends at Wilkinson Minerals that the project that they had originally talked about last year in our annual meeting was going to be multiplied by 3. So their $50 million investment was announced as an additional $100 million investment for $150 million total. And they're going to be creating around 80 jobs or so as well. So we add that to the total, and very, very excited to be able to make that type of an announcement, especially in the year that we've just had, Jeff. It's one that's really been focused on small business support, and we talked a lot about that as well. Some of those stimulus programs that we were a part of, or some of the programs that we put together as it related to gift card support, and with our other partners at the Bay Area Chamber of Commerce and those that supported the program through financial investment. And, all said, we had either applied for, administered, or disseminated grants on 13 different grant programs to almost 350 companies to the tune of about $3 million. So 13 programs, 400 or so companies, $3 million. And those are some great, great metrics, too, that we were very honored and happy to be able to put out to those that participated in the annual meeting yesterday and now to your listenership.
Perfect. And if it doesn't overlap with what you just answered, I'd love to find out a little bit more about 2020 Driving to Recover and Recover Bay County.
Yeah. We have a recovery plan that we're calling Recover Bay County, and it's one that was put together as an addendum to our economic development strategic action plan for the Bay Future Drive Forward campaign. And it was something that was really important to our board of directors when we started talking about where we were at in the pandemic at that time, and the goal in trying to get to a pre-pandemic economy post-pandemic. So as the addendum, there are 5 additional tactics to the 5 tactics we had already identified in our strategic action plan The first is to organize an economic recovery oversight task force. Now, this is critical in being able to identify the gaps that there's going to be in this post-pandemic economy. The second one is supporting small business and continuing on with that very critical effort in being able to move forward and help some of these small businesses move forward in a post-pandemic, kind of economy. Supporting at-risk local industries that we've identified either through the work we've done with small business support or the Economic Recovery Oversight Task Force. The fourth tactic is driving workforce and addressing the loss of jobs. And then tactic 5 is supporting the wider economic environment so that we can get back to where we were.
Excellent. Well, we don't really have enough time to dive into some of the other parts about impact and Bay Future Drive Forward, but we'll include those in the blog post that accompanies this podcast. So
next time, Jeff, next time.
Perfect. Well, Trevor, thank you so much. And we will have a next time, catch up with you in about 2 or 3 months from now.
Sounds great. Thank you so much again, and greatly appreciate all the work Michigan Business Network is doing as well.
Perfect. Well, once again, we have been speaking with Trevor M. Keys, President and CEO of Bay Future Incorporated out of Bay City, Michigan, and they are just on the heels of their virtual annual meeting held at noon yesterday on April 21st. We'll be back with more on the Michigan Business Beat on Michigan Business Network.